Hello everybody. So it's been a long time since we've released a video. We have footage from our Mexico trip 2 years ago that we still haven't put into a video. Then we went again last year and now we're getting ready to go again. And what happened was we were tired, so we had time, started making some videos of the travels. And then Leanna's work came to her and they gave her a contract. So she's been doing some contract work, 4 days a week, and hasn't had the same amount of time to edit videos. So the footage is just kind of sitting there. And I've decided I'm going to take up the mantle and I'm going to start putting some of these videos out. So for this trip, I've got projects I'm trying to get done before we go. And part of the reason for retiring was to spend more time on things and less money. And so we invested in some tools when we sold the apartment, and one of those tools was a sawmill. I have not used it that much, and I'm still not very good at using it or loading it, particularly loading it. And so I want to build a carport, some dry structure, and I'm going to use the sawmill to cut the timbers. But I've got to load the logs onto the mill, drag them with the quad. And so I'm going to get into that. That's what you'll see today. And also, I'm going to be editing the videos. So you're going to see a degradation in quality from what Leanna was doing as I learn the program. My first focus is just to get some videos out, and I'll get better with the program as I do more of them. So patience. Today is a little bit of logging. I've got a medium-sized log that I can drag with the UTV. I'm going to get it on the mill and cut some long timbers for creating a shelter, because I need to get the trailer under some cover. I need to do a bit of work on the roof, and I'm going to extend the front a couple inches, so I need to tear it apart. I need a dry space for that. All my other dry spaces are filled with other projects, so I need to make some more dry space. I've got lots of tin here, near 20-foot long lengths of galvanized metal that I'll use for roofing. I just need some timbers to hold it all up. So that's next. All right, here's the deal. I got the winch installed into the quad. 6,000-pound winch and 50 feet of synthetic line. So first attempt to roll this log out from the edge of the driveway. I don't have any winch experience, so this is all new to me. Pulling the quad. All right, that ain't working. So far, log winning, quad moving, failing. All right, I need to reposition. It's not wanting to roll that. Do I have it right? No, I don't have it right. I'm pulling it underneath. So instead of rolling the log, I'm trying to drag it. I need that line to go under the log and then up. Is that correct? No, that is not correct. It is correct right now. It should roll. Ignore what I just said. But instead, the quad is moving. So I'd have to strap the quad, anchor it to a tree. That'd be a possibility. It'll put a lot of stress on the frame. I don't know how much it's rated for. So we'll do some more rigging. All right, here's where we're at. I've got the quad anchored to that log via the rear trailer hitch and chain. And then the front of it, I've got the winch connected to a redirecting pulley and wrapped around that log, hoping that it'll roll it in this direction. Oh, piece of cake. Oh, maybe I won't stand so close. So it's an awkward roll, big hump in it. Yeah, got her done though. Now let's see if I can drag it. All right, so everything tries to be complicated, and the quad steering shaft keeps falling apart, keeps falling off the spline joint that comes out of the steering wheel. So there's two things we got to do. So here's what I'm talking about. This is one part of the steering shaft column, and in order for this end to fit to the steering wheel, this has to be able to slide back and forth. And so it needs to be able to fit in here and have a bit of slip to it. But what happens is the other end isn't, I can't get it snug enough, and it's tucked way up under in here, so I can't reach it and work on it very well. And so while I'm driving, sometimes this slides down too far and this end of the joint falls off the steering wheel shaft. And then I have no steering. My solution that I'm going to try, I drilled a hole. I'll put this pin through the hole and secure it. Okay, here's the shaft drilled. The nail is through there. Now this can't slide backwards, can't slide this way, and hopefully that's enough to keep it attached to the steering column, because so far it has dropped out of there at very inopportune times, like tight switchbacks on steep hills, and I haven't been impressed. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick flashback to May 9th. And I had a day on the beach when I was working with the quad, and I had a bit of a disaster, and I didn't know it at the time, but this disaster that we'll flash back to broke two aluminum rims, and it also bent the steering. And that's why this steering issue is still recurring. I've partially fixed it, but I have some more fixing to do before it's working 100%. So we're at 70% right now, and that'll be good enough for loading these logs. But I just wanted to explain where this trouble came from. It wasn't really the electric side-by-side's fault. It was a bit of user error, and it just created a lot of damage that wasn't revealed back in the time that it happened. All right, so here's your flashback. Are you gonna do that? So this was a near disaster. I was loading rocks into the quad when, try to block the wind, when one of them bounced from the cargo area into the cab. Where did it land? Yeah, right on the gas pedal, of course. So the quad just launched to the water, full speed, instant torque, low range, smashed up over these rocks, these big rocks here. And check this out. This is awesome. You see that? Yeah. Dented the rim. Tires flat. Dented the rim, tires flat. And we're sunk in the sand. Tide's gonna start coming in. And yeah, I got some work to do. So I just can't get the traction I need. Just not working. There's always more pulleys and things like that to do, but for under 500 bucks, I can get a machine for a day that would just load logs and let me cut. And in one day I can mill what's going to take me 10 days or 12 days at this rate. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Maybe just get the machine delivered and get it done. These logs are sitting in the bush too long. I don't want them to get all rotten, and just because it's taking me too long to mill them up. So get them milled, stack the lumber, and then it's usable next year. A little disappointing, but I don't know. These days it's just everything's a little bit of extra work. It's not going. Things aren't going simple these days. They're always being a little extra complicated. All right, so thanks for watching. That's the end of this first effort, and you can see I'm a little bit dejected. It's not going super easy, but I'll come back the next day and give it another whirl and make some progress with that. So you'll see that in the next episode. I start to figure things out a little bit better. I don't give up and order a machine. I keep doing it the hard way and learn a little bit as I go.